Okay, good morning. Hey, everybody. I hope that you guys will forgive me because eventually we're going to start this on time. I cannot, for some reason, kick my bad juju with Zoom meetings, but we're going to dive right in because there's so much that I want to talk to you guys about today. Um, Shanna's going to be here to help me with questions and get some answers. But like I said, I have a wealth of knowledge for you guys today. I really want you to try to take some notes and absorb it all. It's some really, really good stuff. And I am going to share my screen here in just a minute. So here we go. Oh, Shanna, can you allow me to share my screen? It's saying that you have disabled me from sharing. There we go. Thank you for that, Shanna. Okay, so here we go. Maybe. Well, of course, my computer is constantly trying to sabotage me, you guys. And now I have the Mac wheel of death. I love my Mac, but I am about to throw it out the window. Okay, so can you guys see it? It looks like I'm sharing it on my end, but maybe not in Zoom. Let me double check. Share screen. Okay, there we go. So I am sharing my screen. This week, you guys, we want to talk about some a segue into paid advertisement, just to make sure that now that you guys have hopefully pumped up your followers, you have expanded your network. I've heard some concern over, I've gotten all these new leads, I have all these new followers, but they're not converting into enrollments, and you feel like maybe you're spinning your wheels a little bit for no reason. But there are a lot of ways that you can help with those conversions, make sure that the people that you are getting are going to be good leads. And while you've probably gotten to the point where you're going to do about as much as you can with organic leads, it might be time to start for some of you to invest in paid advertisement with social media. And I'm not talking about hundreds and thousands of dollars a month or anything like that. There is all types of budgets that you can set. More than likely, if you have a page on Facebook that you've created, Facebook has sent you an offer for 15, 10, 20 dollars in free targeted advertisement. And so that's a really great way for you to kind of test the waters on that. The big question you're probably answering is, why am I going to invest? If your market hasn't opened up yet and you're maybe not seeing that residual income quite yet, then while it might be a tough pill to swallow, it's probably a really good time for you guys to start doing a little bit of advertising, pumping just a little bit of money in. And I'm talking, you could do $20 a week, and $20 a week can be pretty fruitful if you target the right audience, if you set the right goals, and you go in there with the right expectations. So according to Context Digital, now these are all different places that do a lot of publishing and research and studies for people that are like all of us and are really trying to take advantage of social media in the right way and not spin our wheels for absolutely nothing. So these are some really good sources. Hootsuite I use personally for Trip, and so I can verify that everything that they're going to tell you is really quality information. But consumers are 71% more likely to purchase a product based on a social media referral. I have a couple of influencers that I follow, and I am a sucker for almost everything they post in their stories. I almost always wind up clicking on those links. So make sure that when you're doing a story and you're creating a story, create a link in the story and have it lead back to your personal referral code, your landing page, whatever it is, because that could be a really great way for them to sign up. Even if it's just as a consumer, it's going to get Trip Delivers on their radar, and you can always try and convert them later to a marketer, to a writer, to all of the different programs that we have, but it's all going to start somewhere. Okay, so that's something you're going to see me focus and tell you guys to do a lot. I want to see you guys succeed. So I want you guys to learn how to put a link in the ad and a link in your bio, all of that kind of stuff. If you're not already doing that, reach out to me and I'll help you as much as possible. 31% of online consumers say they research on social media for products before purchasing. I don't know, since we don't really have a product, that might not pertain to us exactly, but this is all still really good information because you guys are pushing for enrollment. And while it's not a tangible product that you're selling, you're still, it's almost like we'll refer to it as a country club membership, something like that. You really want to boost your membership. You really want to boost your audience, your downline, and really, really do everything you can to get your market launched. 80% of consumers engage with brands through social media. I think we've already covered that pretty heavily. Millennials are 1.6 times more likely to use social media to learn about new brands. Now, again, that's kind of a lobotomy box stuff. So a lot of your target is going to be millennials, but they're also going to be baby boomers. I will tell you that I Uber a lot to different places. I Ubered twice yesterday. Both of my drivers were boomers and baby boomers. I guess the boomers is kind of insulting, but baby boomers. And then normally the people that deliver my food are also baby boomers or millennials. So those really need to be your target demographics. So when you are lining up and determining your demographics and your audience while running a Facebook ad, which will carry over to Instagram as well, make sure that you're targeting the people that you think this is going to appeal to the most. So they're going to tell you an age bracket. You're going to choose that age bracket appropriately. Obviously, you don't want to target 13-year-olds. I would say, in my opinion, if I were you, I would target people anywhere from the age of 30 to about 65, because those are really going to be who is going to be most interested in what it is that you have to offer. That way, I know that's a pretty broad margin, but it does cut out a lot of people. There are a lot of teenagers on there. We don't really want anybody in their early 20s. Just simply because they're going to be less likely to convert to an actual enrollment. Online stories that have a strong social media presence have an average of 32% more sales. So I'm doing everything I can to provide you guys fresh new videos to download and share on a daily basis. I think what we're going to do is create either a Google Drive or an actual page dedicated to just every single video that I have created, so that you guys have access to them at the drop of a hat. Like I said, I have yet to repeat a video. I try to create new and fresh ones every day. They might not all be your jam. They might not all be your style. So that's why I try to create lots of them to give you guys a lot of options. So please make sure that you are downloading and sharing those videos, because a lot of time goes into them. A lot of, I dissect our analytics quite a bit to see which ones of the videos I post get the most engagement and the most like, and then I try to emulate those visually and content wise. Moving on to Hootsuite. Hootsuite is a really, really great way if you have more than one platform that you're managing. So because we have LinkedIn, we have Twitter, we have multiple Facebook page, multiple Instagram accounts, we're managing so much. So we have chosen to do Hootsuite. Hootsuite is not free. It does cost money. I believe there are maybe one or two social media management tools that are free, or at least offer a free trial. But if you are getting into the point where you want to invest some money and really build your platform, Hootsuite's the one that I would recommend. I think it's really the best of the best out there. So 59% of global consumers use social media as a source of inspiration for purchases. 31% of 16 to 24-year-olds say they find new products and brands through social media ads. Now, I will say this. While 16 to 24-year-olds are not our target demographic for enrollment, they really are going to be a lot of your target demographic for when your market opens, they become consumers. And so that's going to be somebody that you don't want to completely alienate, but keep them in your back pocket, because again, when your market goes live and those residual incomes start to kick in, you're going to want to adjust your demographic for your Facebook ads. And so I want to point that out. Keep that age bracket in line, because I know that I have children in that age bracket and they all order Uber Eats when I'm not home or if I'm at work. And it's really, sometimes I have to threaten to strangle them because they order so much, and it's of course my card. So, 97% of digital consumers have used social media in the past month, and 50% of all online brand discovery still happens in public social feeds. So again, Everybody knows about DoorDash, Uber Eats, Postmates. What do we need to do to make them know about Trip Delivers? And again, that's what we've been covering in weeks past. You know, we've got Nashville live now. I know that not all of you are in the Nashville market. I want to have as many people as are in Dallas, DFW, Arlington, cities surrounding, reach out to me and contact me as possible, because I really want to work together and network and help you guys get the market in DFW active, because I really think that if we work together and meet up a couple of times, then we can do that and maybe try to emulate that in every single market. And I know that you guys have another training, and Bob's linked up with somebody that's kind of helping to lead you guys. So that's something, you know, all of us working together for that is going to be very, very helpful to get you guys that residual income. Know your goals. So we've talked about why you should advertise on social media. I'm going to pause. Does anybody have any questions, Shanna?
No, there aren't any questions except for Deborah Emery needs you to call her. She said she emailed you last week regarding contests.
I did, Deborah, and I am so sorry. I had a crazy week last week. You're actually on my list to call this afternoon. So right after this, right after this meeting, I will reach right out to you. I'm so excited to get to chat with you. And I, again, apologize. It's taken a little bit of time. Okay, so we're going to move on to the actual process. Hold on just one second. My screen is being weird. Okay, once you've had a chance to think through the questions above, it's time to get started. So the questions above are the questions on the other page. Define your goal. Are you trying to increase website traffic? So we are definitely trying to increase your goal. I'm sorry, your traffic. And your goal is to convert the traffic into enrollments. So then what we're going to need to do, and I'll focus on that some this week, is making some videos that are specific. I know Amy has created a couple with Bob that are super, super good. I can, if you guys want to email me a screenshot, the guys that are on this meeting, if you want to email me a screenshot with your actual referral code on there, I will create videos, because I know that there's only my loyal few are in this group, my 15 that are usually here. If you don't have Vimeo or Ripple or haven't been able to invest in those, email me your referral code. I'll make a video just for you guys, and then I'll email it to you so that you can really focus on having that referral code in there. And that way they have a point of reference so that they can actually download the app and have that referral code right then. So you need to also define your target audience. We did that just a minute ago. So that's one of your goals that we've touched. Again, you need to have this at your hand. As soon as you talk, I know that some of you have made business cards, some of you do everything digitally, but make sure that you've got your referral code handy at all times. Everything you post on social media needs to have that referral code in there somewhere, so that when people download Trip Delivers app, even if it's someone that you've not personally met, they're just happen to be seeing one of your videos, that they have that code and you get credit for that enrollment. Okay. Test up front. We always like to start with testing up front. What this means is you run 2 virtually identical ads that have one variable, so you can see which your target consumers respond to best. You can use different images, different text, different formats. There are all sorts of ways you can test the ads to learn what resonates best with your video, with the people you're trying to reach. So we're actually doing this for you at Trip. That's what I do. I don't know if you've noticed that I've converted to almost fully automated video ads, because that is what resonates. That is what gets the most traffic. That's what gets the most likes. But I really strongly encourage you to create a video on your own, reach out for help with a video, but then also create a still shot of maybe the refer and earn page of your app. Just to go to the refer and earn tab on the app, take a screenshot of your actual code that it pops up right there, and then do that as well as run the ad and see which one, or do the digital video and see which one you get the most response to. Does that make sense? Any questions? I know I'm blowing through this a little bit fast because there's a lot of information, but I want to make sure that I'm not missing anything or any questions that you guys have. Okay, so we're going to move on if there's no questions. Design the creative. Each platform has videos and image specification. So before your social media, and you'll want to tailor to your visuals to meet their requirements. So again, this is something that I do for you guys. I make sure that everything is at the right ratio, the right scales. All of the music is been paid for. all of the images are acceptable. They've been cropped. They've been, streamlined. I do all of that for you guys. Again, it's much easier when you automate it through something like Ripple or Vimeo, but those are not cheap. So again, please feel free to reach out. Please always, always share what I've already made and save yourself some time. Don't forget, if you need help, to reach out. Each social media platform, oh, I'm sorry, we're gonna just zip through that, but I do want to point out, and most of you know this, Twitter limits the character counts much more than Facebook or LinkedIn. I've had to shorten, I can't tell you how many of my posts specifically for Twitter, but that's okay. It just means that maybe less hashtags. Make sure that the hashtags that you do leave are more poignant, that always lead them directly back to your specific page and to Trip Delivers. But that is also one of the great things about Hootsuite, is that it will tell you how many characters you have left for Twitter and let you know when you're getting too close to the limit, so that nothing is denied or kicked back and you don't waste time on that. If you're testing A/B, the A/B ads, remember, so the still ad as opposed to the video, we recommend letting them run for 5 to 7 days and then reviewing which ad is resonating better and putting more money behind that one. So again, I'm going to encourage you to start with maybe a $2 or $3 a day budget. You can have that run for 5 days. You can have it run indefinitely, whatever you decide that you want to invest in that, but see which one of those, and it will tell you. Facebook will keep track of it and let you know this ad is performing better than all of these ads, and then it'll tell you which one to push more money behind. So that's really not a guessing game that you'll have. Facebook will be very, very transparent against which one of your ads is posting the best, and that way you can know, okay, I can discontinue the other ad and just push all of my money behind the video or the still that you've created that performs the best. The more ads you can run and the more results you can compare, the more you can start to see trends. So again, that's just retouching on what I said. I really fully believe that it's going to be video, but please feel free, because your demographic in your area is going to always be just a little bit different than mine. But from what works for us, it's a video ad. Any questions?
So Amanda, you did have a question about your email address. So just Ron wants to confirm that your email is amanda@tripdelivers.com. That is Amanda's email, so that is correct.
It is, and I am so sorry. I was getting a lot of spam emails for some reason, and I've got to talk to Amy. I'm getting a ton of emails that are not relevant to me for some reason, so I'm having to talk to her and kind of redo my filters on that, so that your videos, I have to sometimes, or not your videos, your emails, I will see more quickly. I'm sometimes having to dig through some of the other emails that I'm getting just to find emails from you guys, and that's when I have super busy days, that makes it a little bit harder. So please, again, I know I've said this before, I'm not trying to ignore you. I'm going to create a slide number that I can give you guys, because that might be quicker for you guys to text me. I've also got well, what is that called? Holy crud, I don't use it. Telegram. I'm going to set up and I'll publish my Telegram number, because that might be, I honestly think that's going to be the better way for you guys to get a hold of me and chat with me, so that everything doesn't get buried in my emails, because I do want to be very available to you, but I feel like my email has been less than reliable. So I apologize, and I am working on that. So I will later today post my Telegram information, and you guys can get a hold of me through that and through email. Telegram's a really great app. If you don't have it, you can find it on your app store and download it for free.
Deborah also says great videos coming out. She puts a small comment and her referral code with each one.
Oh, perfect. Good job. So Deborah, I will say, if it's send me, we'll talk about that when we talk later. But I want to make sure that your referral code is very, very prominent in these, because people don't always go looking for that kind of stuff. So while I love what you're doing, just make sure that you can see it. It's not something that you have to search for, or something that doesn't look like an afterthought. I almost want it to be the point of the video. So your video is all building up, it's giving you information, and then on the final page, boom, there it is, your referral code, so that it's really kind of like the cherry on top of everything, if that makes sense. Hopefully. Now I want a hot fudge sundae. Thank you so much, Deborah. I blame you. So the last part, well, not the last, this is the last section that we're going to cover today. Once you've had a chance to think through the questions above, it's time to get started. Did I do that one? No. Okay, so these again are just going to reiterate, maybe put it in a different way for you. Define your goals. Define your target audience. We've done that, and test up front. So those are three things that we did test on, but I broke them down a little bit differently, and I'm going to post this on Facebook the minute that we're done. I guess they have not been posting in the past when I've done them, and I've figured out why that was. So I'm going to post this today so that you guys can dissect it line item by line item. Design the creative. Each platform has different video and image specifications. So again, we've talked about that. When you begin your ads, let me see, hold on just a second. My screen is freezing. Okay, so my screen is frozen, but like I said, I'm going to post these today. You guys, when you go to start targeting your ads, I do encourage you, if you can, to do the $5, to do the $2 or $3 a day, maybe do a 5-day spread and see where you're going. If you decide that the advertising is not doing it for you, it's not as helpful as it should be, then maybe that's not something you do. Maybe you just, we will rally, we will kind of pivot for you and find a way to really get the most conversions, because that is, again, what we're about. We've taught you how to build your audience. We've taught you how to become transparent and be on everybody's radar. Now we just need to convert those. And so this is really what I think is going to be the next step in converting the process for you guys. That's basically what I have for today. Is there any questions before we close out for today?
Looks like there is another one. Ron says he's been calling dozens of Nashville restaurants here from San Diego, just trying to get past the gatekeeper. It's been difficult to get their email or their name and contact. Any tips for that? Ron, it should be pretty simple. Most of their info emails are going to be on their websites, and you can usually start with that, but also you can just ask for the person that handles your food delivery and then ask for their email, and they should be pretty good at putting it out. I don't know what type of restaurants you're calling. If you're calling high-end steakhouses, or if you're calling competitors from other third-party deliveries, but they should be pretty free-flowing with information. Also, you have another question here, Amanda. It says, do you recommend in creating a landing page?
So I don't discourage a landing page. Here's what we need to keep in mind. So there is this is like a circle of life with what you guys are trying to do. And it all is going to lead back to Trip Delivers in and of itself, because we're not per se enrolling people. We're not out there recruiting. This is all you guys that are doing the recruiting. But if we get so lost on just, having individualized landing pages and just too much confusion on what it is that we're doing, for example, you guys need to make sure that what you are creating does focus on not only your referral code, but Trip Delivers and what it is and how we can get each thing launched. So a landing page isn't bad, but really what's most important is your referral code, sharing that referral code and then letting them know Trip Delivers is what we're actually trying to build. Because if we just worry about building your landing page, while you may get a whole bunch of people enrolled as drivers, that isn't the best exposure for Trip Delivers and growing the brand globally, which growing our brand globally, or let's start nationwide right now. I know it's going to go to Canada and some other countries, hopefully. But right now with the nationwide, that's what we need to do. We need to have everybody learn about Trip Delivers, and then they will learn in return how to enroll. And that's when you guys are there with your referral codes. I hope that came out and that made sense. So a landing page is great, but what you really need to focus on is your referral code. And so you don't necessarily need the landing page for the referral code. Anything else, Shanna?
You are good.
Okay, guys. I know it was a little long today, and I'm sorry my screen went a little back and forth, but I'm going to share these right now to Facebook. And Deborah, I'm going to give you a buzz. I will also post later my Telegram information. So if you guys have any other questions, you can reach out to me through there, through Facebook, through email, any way that you need, and I will get back to you. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks so much. I will see you next week.